Yo guys, what's up? Welcome on to another live stream here on the Chill Out Flight channel. And tonight's time for a little bit something different. We're going to fly the Toliss A340-600 from Gatwick down to Frankfurt. And yeah, Toliss just brought out an update for this, so it came out a couple of days back. So I've been dying to give it a try. So we're down on the ground in Gatwick at one of the pier stands. I'm not sure if that's where the 340 will park or not, but yeah, we're going to give it a whiz down. This will be only the third time I have flown this since I've actually got it back in October when it first came out, and only the second time on a stream that I've flown it as well. So should be fun. So we go down in the fictional British Airways Landor livery 340-600. British Airways didn't have any 340s, but a nice livery, and I fancied flying it. So we're going to go down, jump on the flight deck, completely cold and dark. The flight time is, I'll grab the flight plan in a sec. It's not too long. Flight time 1 hour 3 minutes. Not bad at all. And yeah, we're going to go down and set it up. We have to do a complete setup tonight. Yo, Ollie, welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. A complete setup of this because you can't import anything from SimBrief. So we're going to jump down. We'll do the flight plan, get it set up, and see if I can remember how to fly this with its massive 4 engines and whatever else. So I'll pop you in the full screen and we'll whiz down and check out this this beast of an airplane. So I will see you just in 2 seconds. There we are in the flight deck, completely cold and dark, a little bit different to what we usually fly the A320neo, but yeah, I've seen the size of this this cockpit is absolutely massive. Obviously all the screens pop out when we get it set up, so if I got my key bindings right, we can jump on the overhead, and we'll stick on battery 1, battery 2, and if you notice it's got external power A and B because it's that big. We'll jump down, we'll get the master switch on for the APU, wait 3 seconds, and we can start the APU about now. There we go, and we'll put the APU bleed on ready. Cruise supply can go on, ground control should be on, and we'll align the ADAS. So yeah, that's pretty much the same kind of overhead as the 320neo. We'll arm those. No smoking sign can come on, and yeah, pretty much the same as the 320, but it's got 1 or 2 other bits and bobs. That's slightly different. Obviously, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 8 fuel tanks to turn on. You got all kinds of other bits and bobs. So yeah, we're gonna go down. We're gonna load up and see if I can remember how to do any of this. This on here. It shouldn't be too different. Brighten up the ND as well. But yeah, it's slightly different to the 320, but I fancy flying it tonight, so we'll go down to Frankfurt, brighten up this stuff, and this. I do have ortho for the full flight down as well, which will be nice if it's not cloudy. And we got enhanced skyscapes for the clouds, so it should look all tickety boo. That is that going. We have a quick look outside. Not sure why it likes to put us in the actually in the terminal. There's the beast of a plane. Huge. Right, anyway, we'll jump back in. There's ILS aligning in 7 minutes. Electrical power, TCAS, APU bleed. And I'm pretty sure if we jump back up here, we should have the APU running. APU is available, there it is. That's good. So, if we go and have a quick gander at the fuel, we have to do it slightly differently. So we need the Toliss screen, open the ISCS. So this is the whole complete, for those of you who haven't seen this before, this is the control system for the plane. So we do all the loading through this, passengers, the fuel, everything else. So we'll go and grab the flight plan, and we'll have a quick look at the fuel that we need for this. Yeah, so normally this would be what, 5 tons of fuel from Gatwick down to Frankfurt in the A320, but in this we need we need 21 tons of fuel, which is a huge amount. Let's take 21.5 passengers. We have, according to this, we want a takeoff weight of 245,000 tons. Is that right? Yeah, 245,000. Let's have a quick look. 235. So if we increase the passengers a bit, 245. Down a bit. Drop that down a bit. $245. Gotta go down a bit further, just so the CG is not. Yeah, that's near enough. Apply the load settings. Quick fuel as well. With that done. Ground services, we can get passengers on, so we'll open the doors, the back and the rear for the catering as well. Get those going. And we'll jump on down and we'll get the flight plan going as well. But for some reason this is rather quiet. I'm not sure why it's quiet. Let's have a quick look. That might be why, because my headphones are turned down. There we go. Right, let's grab some passengers and we'll get ourselves cracking with the flight plan. We can just pop that screen out, which is quite useful, so you guys can see easily. Instead of looking down there on the pedestal. So yeah, we got passengers. We got 280 passengers, and we'll get a bit of there they go. Well, we look at this flight plan. It is, so we have to do this complete from scratch. But look, we've got a valid airvac cycle, so we'll go down to the MCDU and ATSU AOC menu, and we'll do the flight in it. Oh, not that one actually. Weather requests, receive messages, init page. This one's to work properly. There we go. So we are from Echo Golf Kilo Kilo down to Frankfurt, which is Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. That can go in. Flight number, we're going to be Bird 2125. Passengers, we have 280 passengers. And the cost index will be a whopping 86. And for the cruise, we're going to be flying at flight level 370. We're going. We'll get the wind request. There we go. Cruise wind at 370. So the average wind is going to be 325 at 56. Go in there, and we're going to do init B. So our block fuel. Oh, sorry about that. Knocked my microphone over. Youch. Block fuel. We said we're taking 21.5 tons. $21.5 the block fuel, and our CG was, which we'll grab from here. The above settings give CG 14.3. I'm not sure that's exactly right. $244.2. 14.3. 244.2. There we go. Alternate fuel for Dusseldorf is 4.2 tons. And that is about that sorted out. So we'll jump into the flight plan. So from Gatwick, let's have a look. What are we doing? Gatwick's 26 left, and the Minfo 1 mic. 26 left. Two six left, and the Minfo 1 mic. That one. We'll insert that. So we've got to go do the whole flight plan. So that takes us down to Minfo. So from Minfo, we're going to take the Yankee 312. Yankee 312, and that's going to take us to Dover. From Dover, it's the Lima 9, and from there, it's going to take us to Conan. And from Conan, Upper Lima 607. And that's going to go to Sierra Papa, India. And from there, it's a Tango 180. Tango 180 to Winoco. And that is the start of our arrival. So we'll insert that. We'll go to arrival, and we'll do... It's the Winoco 3 Alpha on to 25 left. 25 left. And that'll be the Winoco 3 Alpha. And if we grab the charts, that'll go via Winoco 3 Alpha, which is this way. The initial approach fix, which is DF 626, and it goes via, what options have we got? DF 626. Insert that. There we go. So this should all be. Benji, how's it going, mate? Welcome along, buddy. So yeah, so there we go. That's that set up. We've got passengers coming on. APUs available. Gears down, let's check the rest of the bits and bobs. Flight controls are at idle. Speed brakes tracted, flaps retracted. We need to go just do the performance, which we'll grab from this plug-in bit. Got that one. And let's select. Could we do flap 1 plus F? There we can. We can from here, or we could do flap 2 takeoff. Let's do a flap 2 takeoff. That'll be quite good fun. Right, so yeah, flap 2. Flap 2 gives us a V1 of 155, 155, 161 for V2. And we can do a flex of 59 with the packs on. And the CG is 17.7 up 6 for the trim. Right, let's grab this. Put that over there. Performance, we're going to do flap 2. Which that said that was up 6. Go in. And we'll just grab this again. The one thing about this, why can't I grab this? There we go. Pop that down there so we see what we're doing. So we have, like I said, flap 2, 155, 155, 161. 161,
cabin crew, I'd like to
Flap
welcome you
2
aboard our flight.
Flex
As you find your seat, be sure to
59.
place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you.
Got to remember to put the F in for the flex in this one, otherwise it won't work.
Inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put
That's
away,
all good.
please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat.
Let's start
to allow
closing
other
these up.
passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card.
Close that up. That's that done, and that is that all sorted out.
Willing and able to perform the actions required.
We'll grab this.
If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let
And we'll skip through the flight plan just to make sure it's all
time to get out any last-minute text
all
messages
tickety-boo.
but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you and welcome aboard.
So over out to Conan, and there's top of climb. This is quite nice because it has top of climb and top of descent marked in this sim, and it should be a nice RNAV star into Frankfurt, which it usually is. So look, should work out nicely. DF, manual leg again, then we'll vector ourselves in after that. All coded in. We'll just check the charts to make sure that is correct out of here. Some info, there you go, as you can see, if we look at this and look at that. So we're here. There's that nice swooping right hand turn out to 31 miles from Detland, 220 knots, and between 32 and 4,000 feet, which has got 32 plus. Then out from Detland, 4,000, which is here. Acor not above or below 5,000, then Minfo 6,000. So our initial climb out, we're going to put in 4,000 feet for now, but we could put in 6,000 because this should have VNAV working correctly. Let's get shot of that, and anything else we need to do. Flight directors are on, constraints are on, auto brake to takeoff. And yeah, once these passengers are ready, we'll call the pushback, and we'll ground handling. Where's the pushback? There he is. Let's pre-plan this pushback. Could be somewhere like that, I'm assuming.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
I think that's all we need to do, is it? I think let's not look anything else we've forgotten. Let's get the fuel tanks on, and that should be that. And just jump back up. Whoop, jump back up a sec. It's been a while since I've flown this, and I've only ever flown it. This is only the third time, so I'll have to just double check everything else is all tickety-boo. That is all good. APU bleeds on. APU is on and available. Get a bit of fuel light on. Nav logo. Strobe on because we got fuel. There we are. We will just wait now for these passengers to get themselves sorted. Let's just check we've got pressure in here. We do 40 psi on all four engines, which is good. So we can start those up. And QNH. What we need to do is, I forgot to launch Active Sky. So we'll just launch that quickly. There is Active Sky. That should start injecting weather now into X-Plane. And we'll get the conditions here. At Gatwick, temperature's 5, QNH is 1005. 1005. Once, twice, and it's set on the FO side as well. But we're good. We are good. Once these passengers have finally got themselves on board, let's have a look how they're doing. You can see PackX also updates with whatever plane you're flying. You can see how big this is now. There you go. Quite full in first class, and then pretty full all the way towards the back. We can get rid of that. And let's push back guy.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
There we are. Here comes the tow. It'll drive through the building, no doubt, when it turns around, like it always does. Very dodgy tow driver. I'm going to try and get these charts on my iPad so I can see what we're doing. So yeah, if you want another quick look outside. Again, why does it put us in the building? Have a quick look, there it is.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. There we are.
We're ready to go when you are.
Ready to go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 2125 with service to Frankfurt. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 3 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
May as well arm those. We're just waiting for this pushback geezer to get us ready to go. Did we have any speed restrictions just on that departure out? Max 220. May as well pop that in just to be on the safe side.
tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Managed 220's already got that in. So we're going to get rid of this parking brake. It is off. Have the starter ready in ignition. Parking brake's off. So ideally, we should get pushed back in a minute. Why aren't we getting pushed back? See if we can get go. Parking brake is definitely off. Any time today, geezer, would be nice. What is he waiting for? There he is. You can see him. Why aren't we getting pushed back? Parking brake is definitely released. Have a look. Obviously something's not registering the parking brake being released. Why is that? What? Going to Toliss and see if we can get pushed back. Start auto pushback. We could do it this way. with this. See if we can get this one. Why can't we get pushback? Why can't we go? This could be a non-starter if we can't get a pushback.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Let's get rid of him and see if we can get pushback through the menu instead. Bit of size of those. Right, let's try the ISCS pushback instead. See if this will help. Park and brake and come off. Tail to the left. We're still not going anywhere.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Right, I would like to go backwards, please. Pushback, manual pushback. Tail wants to go to the right and see what this will help us out. There's a tug coming back again. Let's just see. Nose wheel steering disconnect. And there we are, finally going backwards. Right, let's start up a couple of engines here. See what happens. I'm not sure which way you're supposed to start them, but we'll start them that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screens for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
See. There goes N3. First idle's not. There we go, that's better. Ignition. Just stop there. There goes those two. We'll watch for a good start on.
We're now going to explain the emergency
3 and
procedures
4.
on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened.
And this one should become a bail in a minute.
The buckle and tighten by pulling on the
Like I said, it's been a long time since I've
simply
flown
lift up
this,
the
so
metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's
back on with 2
you must fasten your
and 1 as well.
We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened
There goes
and
N3.
visible during our flight, even when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist.
Right, anyway, when that's
and tie
happening,
them
let's have a look at our
securely
taxi
in a
out.
double bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life
Right, after a
cots
little
for
bit of a
babies and life
non-start, I
jackets
think
for
we're getting
children.
ourselves ready to be
In the
heading
unlikely
off.
event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing,
So,
you'll be told
2-6
to take the
left.
protective brace position. But when
We're
seated
here, so we'll
facing
taxi
rearwards in Club World,
out. We'll need
you
full
must
length
adopt
of
this
2-6
position.
left.
We
Goes
will
Bravo
now explain
Romeo
how to leave the aircraft
way
in an
out.
emergency. Move move quickly to the closest usable exit.
There goes N3,
With you.
and we should get
High
EPR
heel shoes must be taken off as they
and a
may
veil
tear
in
the
a minute.
evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed.
We should have
There are 2 exits at the
some
rear
engines
of the
on the
aircraft
move.
and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now
look
point
outside,
out
there
the
we go.
exits nearest to you.
Got to be the world's worst pushback into another gate, but
To open the doors, move the handle in the direction of the red
there we are.
arrow.
Perfect. We have
Opening the
engines
doors
and
automatically
engines.
inflates the evacuation slides.
Let's get rid of the
The
APU,
slides can also be inflated by pulling this
and we'll
handle.
set those to taxi.
Jump onto the slide and move away
And
from
everything
the
else is
aircraft.
good.
If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides
Right, let's see if I can get
detach
us
to
out of here
form
without any
rafts. As you leave the aircraft, inflate your life
any
jacket by
further
pulling
issues.
the red tag. If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air.
This will be where I can't get the
The life jacket is fitted
parking
with a
brake back
light
off.
and a whistle. Your oxygen mask is behind the panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should fail, this will be released. Stay in your seat and pull
Hey,
the
we're
mask
finally
towards
on the
you
move.
to open your supply. Please note that the bag does not inflate. Place it over your mouth and nose and adjust the band to secure it, then breathe normally.
Finally on the
Do
move.
make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping anyone else. In some areas, you release the
see where
mask
we're
by
going.
pulling on this coloured streamer. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the
Very
dividing
heavy
screen
aircraft,
to
so we do need a
retrieve
bit
your
of a
mask.
oomph to get
All
us going.
electronic devices, including mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach, and landing.
Rudders
Please
work
ensure
clearly still.
your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with
Perfect.
a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once we're airborne. Please check High Life
We'll
magazine.
take this next right, and this should
care
take
your
us down
hand baggage
towards
isn't blocking the aisles
towards the
or
runway,
exits.
hopefully.
It must be put under the seat in front
Have
of you
flaps
or in
too.
an overhead locker. But place
There.
items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and injure someone. As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away, your seat is upright, and your armrest is down. Please stow your individual video screen and footstool if you have them. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions,
Very different to taxi
please
this
ask
plane
your
as well
crew.
compared to the
We hope you have a
320 Neo.
relaxed
Very,
and enjoyable flight.
very weird. Very weird. So we're literally straight ahead. Should be at the end of the displaced threshold for 26. Really. There it is. Well, at least we finally made it out with that dodgy pushback. At least we can find the runway as well. We'll just stop here. Get the rest of the lights on. Landing lights can come on. That can go to takeoff. And runway turn off. That. We need to set these to TA air to takeoff. RTO armed. Spoilers are armed. Flap 2. Takeoff config should be hopefully green. Is. So I reckon that looks like we are probably good to get ourselves going. We've got the V speeds 155, 161. Climb nav 1FD to 6,000 feet set. QNH 1015. We have VORs, they'll be auto tuned in this. Get the terrain radar on now. And we'll just set predicted wind shear to auto. Weather can come to system 1. DCAS to auto. TARA. Yeah. I think for the third time out that wasn't too bad. Getting cracking with that. The sim volume in this is very quiet. If that helps. Apparently they've made the sounds better in this.
26 left.
Or Toliss have anyway. Made the sounds better. We want to give these a whirl while we take off.
On runway 26 left.
And we'll watch out because this has a potential for tail strike. So let's with flap 2, let's go. 2 clicks forward, there we go. Man flex 59 SRS. Runway. Oh, the sounds of those. Absolute beast. There's 80 knots. Have to give that a bit of run it, keep straight. There's V1. And up we go, keep it below 10 degrees so we don't tail strike. Once we're clear. And we're up on the flight directors. We can pitch up. There we are. Away we go. First departure out of Gatwick. And in the 340-600 for quite a while. Flap can go to flap 1 now. And we have got 6,000 set in the thing, but obviously with VNAV this will just work itself out for our departure. Leave a climb. APU battery, maybe have that on the ones it on. This should fly us nicely around this departure out, as you can see, this nice sweeping right hand turn. And it will tune VORs properly, you don't have to do any of that. And it will also, obviously terrain's working. Pretty cool. There's the S, flaps back to 0. Yeah, if we hit shift and 2, I think. Look at that. Oh, landing gear needs to be up, obviously. There's our initial alt constraint, 4,000 feet. Let me know if that sounds a bit loud for you guys. We are leveling off now, 4,000 for this initial bit. And we should disarm those spoilers. And if the weather clears up, we should be able to see hopefully a bit of ortho once we get going a bit as well. You can see the textures on this screen now with a bit of sun coming out from that left hand side. We could set our cruise level actually in. Just let it do this. And it'll keep us, it'll get us to our cruise once we get out of these restrictions. It'll get us to our cruise level. There you are. So at the minute, just after cock is that's top of climb. And we can look in down here as well. It will have our, that's the distance to go, and it will give us top of climb, top of descent, and everything else we need to know. Pretty cool. There we go. lost that speed restriction and it's speeding up. And we can have every tab, it'll show us the maps, where we are, what we're doing. There we are. Obviously it's not the, for graphics wise, not quite like MSFS, but for flying this is completely modelled. There we go, 5,000 next restriction. Not much to see really out of London. It must be if it's a bit cloudy this afternoon, obviously. Yeah. The awesome aircraft. It cost me $89 when I bought it back in October, but it's well worth the money. This one, as you can see, that I've just set in to the thing, flight level 370, and it knows it can fly the restrictions. It won't let you go past them. If I grab these charts, you'll see. There we go. We can go up to 5,000 now, which it has quite happily set for us. And then once we get to Acorn, it'll take us up to 6,000 from Minfo. It'll then put us in the cruise. So it's yeah, it's quite cool. Quite cool. So we'll just let the plane do its thing. And like I said, if we wind that back a second, we should be able to see that next restriction there, Acorn, there we go. It'll start our climb again after Acorn in 6 miles time. We're 21 miles from Dettlin, and I'm quite impressed that I've actually managed to get this off the ground, to be fair. It'll be interesting when we come to land shortly. Just not sure why my iPad won't bring the chart up for me to see. Ground spoilers armed, disarmed those. There we go. So Acorn 2 miles, and let's see, it should take us up to 6,000. We'll watch here. It should put 6,000 across the bottom at the level that it's going to go to. But yeah, this will only be a one-leg flight tonight. I can't do the return, unfortunately. But well, certainly at least we can have a little fly out. There's Acorn. So look for 6,000. There we go. 6,000 magenta. It's going to level us off at Minfo. Working perfectly. We will go for a fly. I've got the Toliss A340-600. We can take that out for a spin. And another stream. There we are. Speed alt constraint. And if we wanted to ignore those constraints, if we just put it into open climb, it would have just ignored all those constraints. There's our climb. Cruise 370, optimum's 377, recommended max is 409. Cool. So if we go to here, we can see what we've used already. We've already used 2.1 tons, and we're burning 2, 4, 6, 8 tons an hour at the minute in that bit of the climb. If we go to fuel, this is all modelled as well. Very nice. Where's fuel at? Fuel, you'll see we've got fuel, nothing in the centres. and then the outer tanks feed into the inner tanks, and the fuel's at 10 degrees, all very nicely modelled, and fuel flow is 120 kilos a minute at the moment. Was the APU's off, everything works, pressure, there's the electrical page, and even the electrical DC battery, DC1, DC Essential bus, and DC2, hydraulics, obviously all working nicely as well. Pop that back on the engine. We'll go and monitor this climb out. With at Minfo, we're always there. That should take us to 370 and out. But yeah, we'll have one last listen to the roar of these engines, then we'll go to get a bit of music on. And as usual, I'm going to go and get a drink, because I clearly can't remember to bring one in. I'll let it happen. There we go. 370 blue. It's going to get us into the cruise. Listen to that noise. QNH, we can pull for standard. Imagine that if you were in the cabin. Sound of those roaring away beneath you, or just next to you. Absolutely awesome. We just go outside to I mean, that's one hell of a... That is very loud. Jeez. That.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet.
There we are, this is all ortho now. I finally managed to get it to work properly.
This is also a reminder
And that looks pretty cool.
fasten while you're seated and do not congregate.
That is some angle for the takeoff as well.
This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access
Outer tank transfer in progress for the fuel.
And paid movies library.
And this has got a tail tank as well, so we'll see tail tank transfer to when it shifts some fuel from the tanks to the back, just for the just for trim as well. Quite interesting. But you could sit back, get your tray table out once you get in the cruise, and yeah, and go away. And I believe the FO's one is modelled as well, so he could be doing his paperwork. Oh, it's even Avi tab on his side now as well. Oh, excellent. That didn't used to be there. That wasn't in the previous release of this. There's only a tablet on our side. But you can increase the brightness on that, decrease it, and the tiller works. Obviously a side stick. Oxygen, you can't test that, I don't think. I will put that down. But this is, yeah, I mean, I do like this. The way Toliss have modelled this is everything just works the way it should. Whereas the fly-by-wire and MSFS works, obviously, but not quite as well as this. Find that out. We can see what we're doing. So that little blue arrow there is top of climb, and then we'll have a bit further on. There's a little white arrow there for top of drop. So we don't need to work anything out. We can put some fixed info stuff in a bit later on, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we don't need to do anything. This just works. It works everything out for you. And yeah, it's just super cool. Looks like we're getting a bit of turbulence. 43 knot tailwind at the minute. So we'll just keep that seatbelt sign on just for a few minutes. And we can also use active sky to get the current condition. That's our current location. Or we can type in Frankfurt. Temperature's 5 degrees. Get all the Q&H bits and bobs and the METAR that we need from there. But at the minute, get ourselves in the cruise. Get ourselves a bit of music going. And we'll enjoy this this little trip in the 340. You look at that rate of climb stuff for a huge aircraft, 2,800 feet per minute. You'll be able to see out of here, look at that. Pretty special. Even though British Airways didn't have any 340-600s, I couldn't resist putting it in the British Airways livery. So yeah, we'll see how it goes when we get to come to London. Now we're approach, but we should just be able to stick in the level for the ILS and let the plane fly it itself. So yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. I mean, what's not to like about an Airbus 340-600? What's not to like? So we're just crossing across the channel now. There's northern France, Dunkirk, directly ahead. And as we fly to towards Dunkirk and into Belgium, which is dead ahead, we're going to cut across Belgium, and then obviously into Germany and down to Frankfurt. Yeah, flight level 370 for the cruise. Going up there now. And this looks. There's a view from the back of the flight deck. Look at that. Pretty cool. Let's just put that back on flight plan. These two work independently of each other, so this one could be on the progress page, for example. We're doing a 2-5 left, wasn't it? I think. There we are. 266 miles to go. This will also give you top of climb, 48 miles. Once that happens, that'll turn to top of drop. We're going to be flying at a decimal 80 or conversion 320 knots indicated on Mach 0.8. Yeah, we'll leave that in the progress page. We'll put that on the flight plan. Put it back. Let's have one last flyby. Look at that, man. Look at it. Whoosh. Super cool. Super cool. There you go, you can see the VORs, the auto tune, we don't need to do anything about that. Nothing nothing too exciting. We didn't start the clock though. One thing we did forget was the clock. Yeah. I've been hoping to get this out for a spin, and since I saw the update from Toliss that came out, I think it was on Friday, I thought ideally this would be the night to fly it. But I finally downloaded the update earlier on this afternoon. Yeah, it's well worth it. Let's tidy up these charts anyway. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And there's our arrival into Frankfurt. Like I said, we're doing the Monaco 3 Alpha, which will come from here and then in and to 526 to 626. And in for 25 left. In progress, there we are, just coming across past Dunkirk on our right hand side into Belgium. Just to the south of Brussels, and then we head into Germany before we make that turn down to the south and our way into Frankfurt. You done much flying today, Ollie, or have you been? Or have you not been on the flights in this weekend much? 317 to 37. We're getting it blown about just 113 knot from the rear. Look at that, 526 ground speed we've got now. Yeah, landing this is slightly exciting. But again, you don't want to have the tail strike as you come down. So we'll try and get it down very gently. And the V speeds for the approach will be obviously higher than the obviously higher than the 320 that we normally fly as well. We'll have to, let's go and get a shot out the front of the nose. Pretty cool. These seatbelt signs probably come off now. People need the toilet, I'd have thought. That turbulence seems to have given up a little bit. Do we get wind flex in this or not? Not really. You can see the texture they've got now on the wings, the flaps. These were all smooth in the previous one. Definitely more texture gone into here. On the other side, can we see anything? Yeah, we can see more texture on the wings as well. There we are, leveling off now. 37 coming in right where it said it was going to level us off. And at a decimal 81. Mac out star. And this will be modelled all nicely. If we move this over here so you can see. Always nice to be able to pop these out quite happily in Mac Alt Cruise. 370 is where we'll stay now for the next few miles. So with us in the cruise, I said I want to go and grab a drink, and I'll be back and we'll do a bit of setting up and look at the arrival into Frankfurt. But guys, enjoy the views, enjoy these two engines for now as well. Not often on this channel we fly planes with more than two engines, but there we are, we've got 4 tonight, blasting us away through the skies. So I'm going to go and grab a drink. I'll be back in 2 minutes and we'll have another look around this aircraft. We'll go for a little tour around the cabin as well and show you a few bits and bobs. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly go grab a drink and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Right guys, I'm back with refreshment. Look at that, that looks cool, doesn't it? Let's just jump in the flight deck, see how we're getting on. There you are, you can see this has top of drop mark and everything else. Very cool. So if we look now in the progress, we should have the top of drop. There you go, 118 miles an hour to top of descent. All nicely planned out for us. We will put in some fixed info stuff shortly. I mean, look at that. That's enhanced skyscapes, not the default clouds, in case anyone was wondering. Yeah, should we go for a little wander through the? Let's go for a little wander through the cabin. We'll go and have a look what's going on back there. See if I make that go a bit faster. We'll nip through this door. As you can see, we can have a look through all of these windows, even through the little cabin where the crew will be resting or sitting. It's pretty cool. So we'll continue on into the first class cabin. You can see nice leather reclining seats. And you can see the sound of the engines change as we walk through the cabin. Premium economy. I'll have a quick look out here. There you go, look at those. Beasts of engines. Beasts. Rolls-Royce Trent engines, toilets. And we'll keep going back. Grab yourself a cup of coffee as we go by. Another toilet. And look at the size of the wings as well. Massive. Look at that. And the contrails, even though we popped out the aircraft a minute, it'd be freezing cold. Yeah, pretty cool. Continue our walk up, reassure the passengers, then we go back into
starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in your seat back for our menu and
into economy class.
Stop by shortly for your order. If you would like to order additional menu items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time and we'll be
and we can, I believe, we can. I think I did this before. We can go down this way, and we can nip down these stairs. Have a quick look. You got five toilets downstairs. I don't think there's anything in. I don't think you can see your cars. I think they're just empty. Oh, it's interesting. So just have a window in now. They didn't have windows in before, I don't believe. Just go on this one. Have a quick look. Very slowly creeping. And anything through here? No. In fact, that'd be quite scary if you go into the toilet and that's what you can see. No window, no door. I don't think I'd be too happy with that. Get out of there. Let's we can head back up. Wi-Fi hotspot if you need to use it. Go back up. Nip through that wall. And through that seat. Oh, where the hell are we going here? There we go. And all the way to the back. As you can hear, or hopefully you can hear the can we get out there and have a quick look out this window? Right into a contrail. Awesome. And we pop that down, they've got TVs in the back of the seats which we can turn on. I think if we nip back into the menu, we go here and we can let's have a look. General settings, is it under inhibitor? So we turn that on. There you go, the screens come on as well. I'm sure that does. Oh, you can turn the lights off, or you can completely remove the seats, turn it into a cargo. That's what that did. Did that take the seats out? Yeah. There you go. You can turn it into a cargo plane if you want to. Let's go outside a minute. Alright, we'll turn it back into our passengers. Put those back in. There you go. And we'll turn the screen does, I have noticed, give you a hit on your FPS. Yeah, pretty cool, all nicely modelled as well. So let's go and we'll go and get this screen. Let's do a bit of fixed info and stuff that I like to do. So if we go here, remember, fixed info. We'll do our top and drop and the extended centre line and whatnot that we might want to do. So what we got, Unoko. There's really no restrictions on this arrival at all, to be honest, apart from 4,000 feet. Just here somewhere. Let's have a look. What is the platform altitude? Platform is 4,000 feet, so if we aim to be at 4,000 feet as we come in, we've got here nothing that's going to affect us. 39. That's saying 5,000. Let's be at 4,000 feet by let's say a Delta Fox 410 to be at 4,000 feet. So we got Delta Fox 410 is our fix reference. We want to be at 4,000 feet, and we're at 37 down to 4,000. So take off 30, so 30, 33, 33,000, 33, 66, 99 miles. Pop that in. Let's see, so it reckons top of drop is here. We got top of drop being here. Have a quick look in the performance. Yeah, 70 miles, we reckon we're going to top a drop. Not sure if that's right. Got no constraints on this arrival. So I think planning for that, for to be at 4,000 here. See what it reckons in the flight plan. 3737. Top of drop, and we're going to go down to. It reckons we want to be 18,100. That's because it's got a manual leg, that's why. And that means we won't be able to remove that, I wouldn't have thought. So, yeah, we'll do our top of drop our way, so we'll start it here down to 4,000 feet. And that should get us in. And we are 115 miles out, so yeah. That'll work in. Have a look how far we are from the threshold. 114, yeah, so we're going to put in Delta Fox 410. That's 118 miles. So that's going to be our top of drop. Flight plan. We'll go back. Fixed info. Put another one in, which will be the extended descent line. DDF 25 left. And we're going to put in the reciprocal of 25 left, which is going to be 067. .067's in, that'll be our extended center line, which we should be able to see. There it is. So when we come off, that's the manual leg. We can then cut across and do our doings after that. Let's just wind that back so we see where we're actually going to pass top of drop. It's going to be in about 40 miles roughly then for that. Cool. Pretty good. Let's have a quick look at the fuel, see how we're doing with that situation. Where's fuel at? Fuel. There it is, you can see that all nicely, pardon me, all nicely modelled. Outer tanks transferring into the middle and inners. Fuel's at -9 on the outside, -2. We have 13.4 tons, 13.4 tons left, and we're burning 2, 4, 6, 8,000. Yeah, so 8.8 tons an hour at the minute. 2 and a bit tons per engine. Look at that down there. Do anything yet? A bit of Luxembourg. We're just about to cross over the border now into Germany. Yeah, as for the rest of this week, obviously I'm now back to work from tomorrow, so all our streams now will be going back out at the usual time at 6 o'clock on an evening now. We'll be doing the streams. Unless I get any early finishes from work, then it might be slightly early, but yeah, from tomorrow we'll be streaming again back at 6 PM UK time. Plenty of content to come for the rest of this this month and for the rest of the year. And yeah, hopefully some great flights to come. And we're going to do the 100 follower special flight as well in on a weekend coming up. Try and work that out. Oh, we're going through that topper drop now. Let's just start coming down a bit. This radio tuning panel. This seems to work better on. Explain. Not 100 feet. Not that. Let's just pull that for now. Push it. See what it does. I'm gonna go into manage speed. And where does it think we're going to level off? Let's just get rid of those constraints a second. Yeah, I reckon we're going to level off pretty much where we want to be. Just have a look. Not sure why that didn't come up, but yeah, we're well into the arrival now. There we go. Thrust idle, open descent, and there's no constraint on this arrival, so we are going to level off. We're going to level off. Let's just pull that out. Let's put a plan. We'll get the destination data shortly. We're going to level off. We wanted Delta Fox 410, didn't we? This reckons we're going to level off. Where can we see the level off marker on here? Can't. Let's just go back to arc a second. Level off marker's not on there, so let's get a bit of vertical speed going. See if we can very weird this something like that for now. This will probably have us at saying that we're rather low, I'd have thought. Yeah, 7,000 feet low it reckons, but that's only because we have nothing to vector us in after the arrival, so I'm quite happy with what we're doing. Got a bit of destination data going on. There's active sky. There it is. So currently in Frankfurt. Pop that out. In Frankfurt, let's have a look at the weather. 5 degrees, QNH 1006. (1006), 5 degrees. Wind is currently 220 at 6 knots. (220 at 6 knots). And we'll get the let's get the barrow ref on the charts. 562. That can go into our VAP. Obviously, you can see is 152, so quite high. So that would put us in the Cat D aircraft for this. Clean is 222. Slack retract at 213, and the flaps are at 165. And if we have a look at the little landing limits here, we can get flaps out quite early. So flap extension 280 knots, flap 1 plus F is 233, so we can start slowing down. Yeah, there's our that's where I reckon we're going to level off. Just there, we want to come down a bit faster than that, really, I think. So let's, we're in vertical speed, 27. Oh, let's just stay there and we can turn ourselves in. Afterwards, that shouldn't be too bad, really. Bit gander out the window. Quite cool, there's an airport down there as well. So that's 2000 flight level 287 for 6. Still got 60 miles to go before we need to before we're leveling off as well. I think we want to be at 4,000, not 6. So let's bring that down to 4,000. Increase that vertical speed as well. We can get 3.2 going on for a bit. Need to watch out we don't overspeed. It's the only thing with X-Plane, you can overspeed quite easily with the vertical speed. See, we will overspeed now on that. Yeah, it can't do. It can't do 2,800 feet without overspeeding. Let's just push that back into open descent. Let it do its thing. And we'll give it a bit of speed brake instead. To help out. There we go, that should get us down a bit easier. So the charts. Again, where are we flying to at the minute? We are currently not flying that, obviously. We're heading to Rambob. Where's Rambob? Oh, here we are. That is not Rambob. $4,500 feet per minute. That's a bit better with the speed brake out. And we're going to level off just there for takeoff. That there we go. We can see that now. Looking a bit better. Cool. So if you are watching, hit exclamation mark predict in the chat. Have a guess at landing rate. This could be rather a rough landing for my third time flying. And only second time on a stream as well. What's VDev got us now? $12,000 feet low, that'll come back. Get the ILS up. Make sure that is the correct frequency for what we want. Let's have a look. 111.15, 111.15. So that'll we'll get a DME reading shortly. Bring that in. There it is. Oh, it's set at 80 just to be sure. Anything down there? Nothing in particular. Must be a bit cloudy, I think. You can see a little bit. Yeah, 16. Let's get the landing lights on. Landing lights on. Seatbelt signs can come back on. And looks good. Let's get a bit of that on. Yeah, a bit cloudy. We can't be hopefully see something we get a bit closer. Apparently I do have scenery for Frankfurt. I'm not entirely sure where I got it from. I can't actually remember downloading it, so Even though I'll be interested to see what it's like when we get there. We are going to keep the speed brake out just for a little bit longer. Get that terrain back on. No terrain around us at the minute. Smidgen, but yeah, 2,800 max and 1,600 is the lowest bit of terrain. That VDEV should come back 27 miles out now.
Final descent into Frankfurt. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
There we are, down at 9,000. For a quick look at that out from the outside now in the dark. Look at that. So back at 250 knots now, below 10,000 feet, and we're going to start getting ready for this this approach. We're heading to Delta Fox 401. And then Delta Fox 03. Delta Fox 03 on this chart. There it is. So we're slightly off what these charts are saying, but yeah, we're heading for 02, then Delta Fox 03. Then it should be 409, and then this way we'll make the right turn as we get a bit closer in. But there's the airport just here. Looks pretty cool. So there we are, there's our level off. Slightly earlier than we want it to be, but let's get that speed brake back in now. We don't need that anymore. We'll put auto brake up to somewhere about there. Pull that back out. Actually push it, don't you, for this one, perhaps. QNH 10, what was it on active sky here? 1006, so pretty much right anyway. 1006. There we are, we're going to get ourselves ready now to, we'll make this left turn shortly. Have a look where we're going, that far out. Yeah, let's get up to here, then we'll make that turn in. We're coming down to that platform altitude now, so, look at that, there you go. Speed alt start, 4,000 feet, 250 knots. And at this point we can, let's go and activate that approach phase. Yeah, this will have us. Apparently, we're 19,000 feet low. Apparently, but I don't think that's not even anywhere near correct. I'll come back to green dot now. If we turn some of these lights down as well. Let's have that on dim. And we'll turn down a bit of that. Turn that down a smidge as well. A bit better. So V app, not that one. I'll look for just the V app again. 152. How cool does that look? Let's get the first officer. Shouldn't be doing any work now. That should be away. And we'll go down. Let's arm the arm the spoilers. We are level with the airport now. There it is. Pretty cool. Yeah, we're going to head somewhere over here. 25 left. Could be somewhere here. Anyway, let's have a look. Somebody wants a bit of flaps yet? Not quite. Not quite flap time. The 4,000, the platform, 4,000 brass. There we are here. So we'll go a little bit past the runway, and we'll make that turn back in. We have to remember not to flare too much. We'll have the pitch indicators come down on the PFD so we don't over flare, which is can cause a tail strike. When are we going to cut back across? We are 10 miles out now, so we can start thinking about making that turn shortly. I'm gonna go direct to Delta Fox 631. I reckon it will be the best place for us to do that. Direct Delta Fox. We said Delta Fox 621. Which we're able to. There we go. That's going to cut us across there. Insert that. With that in mind, we'll come to flap 1. There we go. We're making that turn now. And yeah, there we go. There's a glide coming. Let's activate lock. Approach. AP2 is in. Approach. There we go. We don't want alt. That's the wrong one. Cutting across now for this final. We're about 13 miles. Will be about right. Glide slopes there. Glide slope lock. We got AP1 plus 2, Cat 3 single at the minute. That'll go to Cat 3 dual. And we should be able to see ourselves making that turn nicely now for the ILS. Perfect. We'll get rid of the music now and we'll get the sim volume turned up. Sim volume is... where? Sim volume's turned up. And hopefully we'll make this left-right turn and we'll get lock start in a minute. Could go flap 2 with that now. Yeah, just about flap 2. Flap 2 territory. And we'll just have a quick look when we're doing that. Where are we going to park? 25 left. Any of these on the left hand side will be fine. There's lock start. Lock start 13 miles, and there's the go around nicely corded in as well. We'll have flap 3. Ooh. There goes those huge flaps. Look at those. Huge flaps. Glide slope start. 11 miles. That diamond coming in. And I bet the VDev now will be happy with his life. Yeah, pretty much bang on. 30 foot high if anything. And there we are, start with coming down on the glide. The 14 knot headwind. Pretty much what Active Sky was reckoning we were doing. Let's have a look. Wind is... the surface wind now is 235 knots. And it's got speed at 3,000 feet, 11 knots, so yeah, pretty much bang on. Let's go flat full. I must remember that for some reason the autopilot disconnect button doesn't work on my side stick, so I might either use that or we'll turn it off manually. The state of the flaps on that. There's runway, which is above a little bit of cloud. There's runway there. There we are. 7 miles. We'll start getting that gear down because it's huge, and it'll create a bit of drag as well. We have got auto brake set. Boilers are armed. We just need to ding the cabin. Cabin's advised. 6 miles. City lights of Frankfurt. There's the rabbits. 2-5 ride. I've got 2 whites, 2 reds on the pappies. Green wave, I'll take that off now. Go back to there. The go around is coded already in. The go around, claim ahead, 5,000 feet.
1,000.
1,000 feet. At 5,000 in, ready, set. There it is. Yes, I'm going to be interested in what scenery we have down in Frankfurt because I can't remember which one I downloaded, to be fair. So, yeah, we'll see. We will have a replay as well because obviously replay works quite well in X-Plane. But, get this on the deck. Let's get the feet on the rudder.
2-5 left.
Feet on the rudder pedals. And we'll get ready to get the autopilot off. Yeah, if I remember.
500.
We've got AP2 on. We'll get that off. We'll get that off in a sec.
400. 300.
100 above.
Autopilot's off.
200.
Minimum.
Continue. There's that pitch limiter for the flare.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, retard, 5, retard.
Oh, that was awful. Wow, was it? That's how long it is since I've flown this. And yeah, that was not very good. 100 knots. First idle. And auto brake can come off. I think, is that taking it off? Anyway, guys, welcome down to Frankfurt. Not the best landing in the world. Well, we'll have to take that out again for flight. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Where are we? In relation to a terminal where we can go park.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frankfurt. The local time is 5:19 p.m. and it's currently about 5 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft is
Well,
come
we'll
to a
take this
complete
left,
stop
and we'll
the
go
seatbelt
see
sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins.
GA, I think,
Items may
over
have
there.
shifted
Actually, we'll
during
take the
flight.
right.
If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying
And we
with
got a
us,
bit of
and we
a
hope to see
long
you again.
taxi in, but yeah, that was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Have to get that. We'll have to get that sussed out. Try again. But guys, in some sort of fashion, welcome down to Frankfurt. In this British Airways A340-600. Next left, and taxi straight across 25 Centre towards the terminal. Yeah, I think that would be a an inspection, I'd have thought. Some description. Rudder on this is crap.
Approaching 07 Center.
Straight across. Hopefully there'll be some parking stand just in front of us. Yeah, we'll definitely go and have a look at that, a replay of that. So, we take the next right, this one, November 10. Find somewhere to park, hopefully. You know, the flying of the plane was nice. Just that landing was absolutely precious. Oh, excuse me. Like the longest taxi ever, this. I'm yet to even think, I understand. Where can we go? November 7 down by the control tower, I reckon. November 8. Yeah. Good bet. Yeah, I think the landing needs a bit of work in this. But we will take it out. We'll take the Toliss 321 out for a spin. Is there a stand anywhere about? Right down here. Stand 420 or A20. So these are stands. Let's take A50. Stop there. Get that parking brake on. We'll nip up. We need to get the APU. There's the APU available. While that is doing that, let's just go and see about this replay, shall we? Not that I really want to see it. Let's just go and have a look. Get this back on final approach. What went wrong? Started there. Let's jump outside. We'll go in the there. Just see what happens. There we are, coming across the threshold. Everything looked quite good then. There's the flare. Tracked the centre line quite well. Just see if I can make this a little bit brighter so we can see what went on. Do that. Just play this replay. Or maybe you can't do that in the air. Was it like from a passenger's view? Oof. Bouncy, bouncy. One last look from the outside, and then we're going to finish off for the night. We'll see what these this main gear did as we touched down. Can't really see it, but yeah, it's about here. And lower the nose quite nicely. Yeah, I don't know. 612, I think that's a bit harsh. Maybe it was a 612. Maybe. It wasn't. But yeah. But leave that there anyway. Jump back in the flight deck. Oh, holy, what's going on here? There we are, it's better. Right, we'll jump back in the flight deck. Let's get these passengers sorted. Engine 4, 3, 2, 1 is off. Seatbelt sign can come off. That can come off, that can come off, that can come off, that is off. Everything is off. You want to say maybe was the APU not available? It is available. But anyway, guys, welcome down to Frankfurt. We'll get these passengers off. There they go. And yeah, we'll leave that there. We'll just quickly go back and just change this this time a little bit so we can see the plane again. There we are. But yeah, not the best landing. We will have to go and practice in that, or I'll have to practice in that a bit more, but there we are. In Frankfurt. No wonder we couldn't find a stand, because there's none by the airport. And the scenery that I thought I had was X-plane default. So, yeah. There we have it. We're taking it out for a spin. We got there successfully. A bit of a heavy landing. But we all lived to tell the tale. So what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to leave that there. We'll let those passengers get themselves off. And yeah, from tomorrow again, we'll be flying from 6 PM UK time for the rest of well, at least for the foreseeable future. Now that I'm back to work, and unfortunately the Christmas break is finished. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave that there. I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for coming in tonight. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for following along if you did. And we will see you all on the on another one, more than likely tomorrow evening, and we'll go back into MSFS with our trusty A320neo, and we'll head somewhere interesting in that. So guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take it easy, and I'll see you all in the next one.